Some of the most advanced war machines on this planet were never meant to be seen by the world. Built in shadows, tested behind closed gates, and designed for missions we're not even allowed to fully understand, these military vehicles are so unusual, so specialized, and so secret-driven that most people don't even know they exist. Today, that changes. Because on Absolute Facts, we're pulling back the curtain, revealing 6 of the strangest and most mysterious military machines ever created. Vehicles you've likely never heard of. And once you see what they can do, you'll never look at modern warfare the same way again. Number 1. The RG, 33 liters, Haga. Before this vehicle existed, battlefield medics had to race through gunfire in soft-skinned vans that were never meant to survive a real war zone. The Haga changed that forever. Built by before anyone else systems, this strange variant of the RG-33 MRAP wasn't designed to fight. It was designed to save the dying in the middle of active fire. In the most violent streets of Iraq and Afghanistan, this ghost-like ambulance quietly slipped into kill zones where ordinary vehicles would have been shredded instantly. Based on the mine-resistant DNA of South Africa's RG-31 Nyala, the Haga pushed the concept further, stretching the chassis longer and carving out space inside for stretchers, attendants, and trauma gear. Under fire, it moved like a tank, disguised as an ambulance, shrugging off IEDs and absorbing blasts. And if the enemy tried to finish the wounded, the Haga fought back with a remote-controlled 50 calories or 40 millimeters grenade launcher. Only special evac units and select Marine Corps teams received them. When the Middle East drawdown began, the Haga quietly disappeared again. It proved something chilling. Sometimes victory isn't about who shoots the fastest. It's about who can pull their wounded out of hell alive. Number 2. The Sea Slice. Imagine a ship that didn't just cut through waves. It ignored them. In the late 1990s, Lockheed Martin secretly built one of the strangest naval test platforms ever. Floated a vessel so futuristic, it looked more like a prototype from a sci-fi movie. Sea Slice took the swath idea and twisted it into an X pattern, using 4 submerged hulls, giving the ship unmatched stability and high speed even in violent seas. It wasn't built to fire missiles or hunt submarines. It was built to test what fast attack ships of the future could become. Over 30 knots of speed, a massive flat deck ideal for weapons or drones, and a small radar signature made analysts take notice. But priorities shifted and the project was quietly pushed aside before it ever fired a shot. In 2011, it was bought by a private company trying to convert it into a support vessel for wind farms. Operational costs ended the dream, and by the mid-2010s, Sea Slice sat abandoned in Germany. In 2019, it was scrapped, but its design fingerprints still influence modern fast, stable surveillance ships. Number 3. The Weasel Armored Weapons Carrier. In an era dominated by giant battle tanks, Germany built the exact opposite, a combat vehicle so small it could fit inside a helicopter. The Weasel wasn't designed for power, it was designed for arrival. Paratroopers needed fire support the moment they hit the ground, and the German military wanted a machine that could fly in with them. The result was a tracked armored carrier under 3 tons that could disappear behind a single rock. Yet this tiny machine could ambush tanks, fire missiles, carry 20mm cannons, direct mortar fire, or mount stingers. Weasel 1 and 2 kept the same philosophy: stay small, stay fast, stay invisible, and kill before being seen. Its low silhouette let it vanish into terrain, and its tracked drive let it move across any environment. A CH-53 or a 400M could carry them, allowing paratroopers to drop in with armored backup. Kosovo, Afghanistan, peacekeeping missions, the Weasel kept showing up while mainstream defense media barely noticed. To mobility tacticians, it remains an engineering masterpiece. Number 4. The M17 Stratosphera. At the edge of space, far above the range of fighter jets and radar, the Soviet Union quietly built a ghost. While the West celebrated the U-2, the USSR forged its own high-altitude Watcher, a machine designed to stalk the sky at 70,000-plus feet. This was the M-17 Stratos, a single-engine jet with long, glider-like wings and an engine mounted above the fuselage to protect sensors hunting American reconnaissance balloons. Pilots wore pressure suits like astronauts, sealed into a cockpit built for near space. Barely 5 aircraft were ever built, and only 2 flew true missions. The Stratos soared above 21,000 meters, slipping past radar in the freezing upper atmosphere. A modified M-17 later shattered altitude and endurance records, marking it as one of the highest-flying single-engine jets ever made. Its successor, the twin-engine M-55 Geophysica, was used for atmospheric research. Today, both aircraft rest in museums, silent artifacts of a secret war fought in the stratosphere. Number 5. The Bora-class missile hovercraft. This isn't a ship, it's a war machine straight out of science fiction. Only 2 were ever built, and even today most analysts barely talk about them, yet the Bora-class remains one of the strangest and most misunderstood strike platforms on Earth. It doesn't truly sail, it skims across the ocean on a cushion of air at nearly 50 knots, while carrying the missile punch of a small frigate. Designed in the late Soviet era to counter U.S. carrier groups, these hover hydrofoil hybrids carried 8 P-270 Moskit supersonic anti-ship missiles capable of tearing holes through major warships. Alongside them were twin 30mm cannons, SAM launchers, and ECM suites, all packed into a 219-foot monster. But despite its power, the Bora was flawed. High maintenance and poor performance in rough seas. That's why no other navy copied it. Still, when satellite imagery catches one launching, it reminds the world that the Bora was a bold engineering experiment, proving that sometimes the strangest designs strike the fastest. Number 6. The Caspian Sea Monster. Even its nickname sounds unreal. The Caspian Sea Monster. Official designation, KM. Part ship, part aircraft, part Cold War fever dream. This was the largest ground effect vehicle ever built. Longer than a 747, powered by 10 jet engines, and skimming a few meters above the waves at over 310 miles per hour, it carried payloads heavier than any aircraft of its era. Built in the 1,960 seconds, it flew so low that radar barely noticed it. Western intelligence didn't even know what it was until satellites spotted it, leading analysts to nickname it the Sea Monster. Later designs like the Loon class took inspiration from it, but nothing matched the original KM. The Caspian Sea Monster remains one of the most outrageous military machines ever engineered, a titan that didn't just push boundaries, it erased them.